What is going on, guys? We're back here in Borderlands 2, and today I got to show you guys a Gunzerker build I've been messing around with for the past day or two, and I think it's pretty awesome to use. It's really fun. Let's talk about Stallion first. What you doing? Wanna give me something good? What the fuck did you give me? A grenade? No, give me something good real quick. Oh, that's nice, a purple pistol or some shit. But so the reason I've been wanting to do a Gunzerker build for a while now, since this came out back in March on the Xbox One, but the only problem is every Gunzerker build on YouTube is practically the same. They're all like, hey, did you know if you use an ungimped herald and a grog nozzle, you'll murder everything? Let me say something, that's not original at all. Those builds are really plain and simple. Those have been from day one when the game was level 50 cap. But today I got a build that may just change your mind and make you go, oh, wow, that's actually really fucking smart, Justin. This is actually pretty cool. Before we start the build and I show you everything, the gear, the guns, the skills and all that, let me say this is an OP2 build. Not saying you have to be on OP2, you can't be on OP1 or OP8. I'm just saying I play on OP2. So if this gear sucks dick on OP3 or higher, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. It's just I'm on OP2, I'm a fucking scrub who's not OP8 yet. I will be getting there one day when I just decide to man up and go through the 6 more levels I need to do, or however many. But this is similar to the Deputies build. If you don't know what that is a Borderlands 2 Gunzerker build that mainly focuses on shotguns, but I like to change this up a bit. So let's go over my gear first. I call this the Butcher build because obviously the Butcher is a pearlescent. There's no really honest way to get the Butcher. It's just a drop. Your best bet is legendary loot midgets. I made a video on them a while ago. I might be making another one here on another spot I found recently. Or not I found, but it's been around and a lot of people don't know about it. But kill legendary loot midgets. If you don't know what they are, just look them up on YouTube or go on my channel. I have videos on them. Just be like, hey, Borderlands 2 legendary loot midgets, where are they? How do I find them? Where do I kill them? And then you'll mostly get the Butcher. You're also going to need a grog nozzle. Not necessarily a grog nozzle. You can run a ruby if you don't have DLC, or you just don't like the grog, or you messed up the mission and don't have the grog. To get the grog nozzle, you need to not turn in the mission The Beard Makes the Man, I think it's called, and it's in the Tiny Tina DLC. And then you're going to want a Lady Fist. You don't need a slag version like I do. I just got lucky. You can honestly get a level 1 Lady Fist if that's not possible, but any level Lady Fist and you are golden, I promise you. You don't need a level OP8. As long as you have the Lady Fist, you're good. And you may be wondering, well, how does that work? If you actually didn't know, as long as you have the Lady Fist in your left hand, it will always apply 800% critical hit damage. So the damage on this is so weak, but when I'm Gunzerking a OP1 Butcher, it's pretty powerful for 800% critical hit damage. Now we want the Rough Rider shield. Most of you should know by now, but some of you may not. The Rough Rider shield has 0 capacity. That is terrible. But on the other hand, it's actually really overpowered. So in this build, I spec into certain skills that make it to where when your shield is depleted, you get extra gun damage, or you be able to fire shots without emptying your mag. And you can see where that kind of comes in handy, because if you always have a 0 capacity shield, you're always doing damage. You just murder everything. There's nothing standing between you. And then you want a chaotic evil monk class mod. You could have the auspicious raider version, but I would highly not recommend it, considering you want the critical hit damage and the fire rate you get in the chaotic evil monk. But the main reason you're getting this is for moneyshot, because moneyshot is just deadly. It's you're done dizzled, you're dead. And then you want the Deputy's badge for the shotgun damage and the shotgun reload speed. You get this by completing a Lynchwood mission. I think you have to kill a sheriff. Oh, I also forgot. You get the Chaotic Evil Monk class mod from the Tiny Tina loot chest, and you get this from killing in the Hammerlock DLC. I know that, but I don't know the guy you kill. I'll put it on the screen right now. I'm really fucking stupid, I'm sorry. Now, but going back to Relic, you don't actually have to use this Relic. For example, if you have a fire version of a Butcher or a shock version, feel free to use a Bone of an Ancient, you know, whatever that. So if I had a fire butcher, you would probably want to use a fire damage version, but in my opinion I would always recommend the deputy's badge just for all the shotgun. Now let's go over the build. As you can see, you're not spec'ing to anything. How is this a build? Because I'm actually going to do a live specking in, if that makes any sense. This build is kind of like choose your own adventure. You spec into what you want to spec in, but I want to show you guys the key points. So obviously, no brainer, Gunzerker. Gotta spec into that. Does not work. The first thing you want to spec into is inconceivable. Your shots have not a chance to not consume ammo. The lower your health and shields are, the greater the chance of free ammo. So for those who don't know, the butcher already has a chance of not shooting ammo. It's a weird, let me see if I can get it real quick. So look at my ammo mag in the bottom right corner. I'm about to shoot the butcher. As you can see, it kind of refills the mag. It's weird, isn't it? But it's awesome. So as you can see, specking into inconceivable is also going to further boost that to not consume ammo. And if you look right there, it says the lower your shields are. Well, my shield's always 0. Let's go back. See, looks not even firing ammo right now. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So now you want to spec into increased gunzerking duration, because this build relies heavily on gunzerking, because you always want to have that grog nozzle out or the lady fist, so you want to last longer. Now you want I'm ready already, because this increases the cooldown of gunzerking, so when you're done with gunzerking, it will come up faster. Now here is the wait a second. No, my bad. So when you want to spec into your PKA because you want to kill an enemy while gunzerking, so you increase the amount of time you gunzerk, because this build is on gunzerking. You want to gunzerk and gunzerk and gunzerk and gunzerk and gunzerk. So there you go. Now, sorry I'm out of breath. Been talking a lot. Need drink. Anyway, so here's where the build kind of becomes your do your own thing, you know. So we need to get to Rampage. How do you get to Rampage? We need to spend 5 skill points. So for these 5 skill points, you need to put them in Rampage. Feel free to throw them anywhere. If I was going to recommend, I would definitely recommend put 1 point into double your fun. Throw 2 grenades for the price of 1. Pretty cool. Don't need it, just my recommendation. And then I would recommend put in 4 right here, or 4 in fill to the brim. Increases your magazine size while weapon types. Personally, I don't think you need fill to the brim, just the fact that you're never really going to empty your mag, if that makes any sense. And then you have all in the reflexes, which increases your reload speed and melee damage. Melee damage, not shit, but it increases the reload speed. So we're gonna throw 4 points in here, just my recommendation. Now Rampage, or I mean keep firing it's called. While gunzerking, the longer you hold on the trigger, the faster your gun's firing, the faster you reload. Let me show you guys what this means. So I'm specking to keep firing, and I'm gonna keep firing. Look at how fast that fires. Okay, now it kind of slowed down because the drunk mode enabled on the grog nozzle. Wait a second. Alright, so look how fast it just fires, and I'm never really wasting ammo, you know, because I'm suspecting the inconceivable when I have the Rough Rider shield. So as you can see, you can already kind of understand where this build, let me feed her again, fucking give me something. But you can already see where this is kind of going into OP-ness, you know, this is OP-ness. I'm so fucking funny. Now you have 41 skill points. That is a lot of skill points left over. So let's go. You want to go into locked and loaded. Reloading your gun gives you a fire rate bonus for a short time. Now this build is heavily focused on fire rate. As you can see, we got the chaotic E1, which increases the fire rate. The fire rate on the butcher in general is already pretty high. So this is just it's never going to end. Look at this fire rate. This is pretty damn fast for a shotgun. I think everyone will agree with me that. And then you want to increase weapon swap speed and critical hit damage. You want to increase the weapon swap speed because you're always going to be switching over to the lady fist when you're in gunzerking. And then you just want to increase critical hit damage because who doesn't love just headshotting people to nothingness. And then you want to spec into, actually, you don't want to spec into either of these. I was about to say something. You want to go straight for moneyshot. And if you don't know what moneyshot is, then holy god, I don't know where you've been, man. Moneyshot makes it to where the last round fired in your mag gains a ridiculous amount of magazine or bonus damage. I mean, I'm talking dead, just yeah, everywhere. And this also spec into this, the last mag. I'll see if I can get it triggered. I have inconceivable, so I may even get to stay on the last bullet in my gun if this shit will ever empty. Let me actually use the lady fish. That's a better example. So watch us trigger money shot here. If I'm lucky, I can get a money shot chain real quick. Come on. No, I didn't. So as you heard in the last shot there, it actually did like a bonus damage. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can trigger inconceivable, which makes it to where you don't ever waste a bullet, and you can just trigger money shot for like 10 anywhere. Like you could do it forever if you wanted to. It's just all RNG, random number generator, luck based, whether you'll can trigger money shot to last forever. Now, another thing for fire rate is kill skill. Killing an enemy gives you increased fire rate and critical hit damage. This is great. Critical hit damage, fire rate, we love it. I would not, I mean, I'm gonna say I will recommend this skill. You don't need this skill if you don't want it. I would definitely go with down, not out. You can Gunzerk while fight for your life. That sounds stupid to some people. That's the fucking shit, man. I need the skill. I never really thought it was anything until I actually started using it, and this skill has saved me more times than I will ever need. I never thought it was anything useful until I used it. But you know, so now we got 20 skill points left. You want to spec into hard to kill. Increases your maximum health and gives you a small amount of health regen. The reason I say this is because it's nice to always just have more and more health, and while you're Gunzerking, you also get health regen. It's just you're unstoppable, boy. And then you want abstes. I don't know what that's called, but all I know is kick ass. So this reduces the duration of status effects on you. So say if you're slagged and you're playing on OP levels, being slagged and on overpowered means you're done dizzled, or when you're on fire, or when you're corroded, or you're shocked, electrocuted, whatever. This will make it to where those don't even last as long anymore. They don't ever even bother you. So I would always recommend you need 5 in those, man. Always 5 in those. So now here's another 5 skill points you can kind of just throw anywhere into the skill tree. You can, if I had to recommend, I would say Ain't Got No Time to Bleed or Insight. Personally, I want to pick Insight because that makes you move faster and it also gives you higher reload speed. But once you spend those 5 skill points, you're free. Go with anything else. I mean, no, my bad. Once you spend those 5, you need to go straight into the bus that can't slow down. My opinion why you need this, because it increases your movement speed while Gunzerking, and it increases it a stupid amount fast. So with this build, this is all my skill points. Here's the build. Let me screenshot for the thumbnail. Look at that beautiful thumbnail. But this is pretty much the build, everything, all that good stuff. Now I'm not gonna be like, hey, this is the best overkill build ever, you'll never die. But this is personally a extremely fun build for me. I just love it so much, and I would highly recommend it to you guys if you just want to fuck around in some Borderlands, try out some different things, see what it's like. I will show you guys some gameplay here in a minute. There won't be any commentary over it, so if you want to exit the video right now and be like, okay, I don't want to watch this gameplay because this guy sucks at Borderlands, I completely understand. I fucking do suck at Borderlands. But if you do like the video, why not leave a like or maybe even subscribe. Leave a comment telling me why this build sucks or why you like the build or what you would recommend me specking in instead, or anything, any recommendations, you know, toss them up in the air for me. I'll read your comments, I'll reply, all that good stuff. Other than that, here's the gameplay. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.